Today has been absolutely amazing, and we're really, really grateful to have met lots of different people and hear different stories. But I do just have a question, if that's okay. So if the inflammation is inactive, this is kind of related to a question earlier about when can you come off it? If it is inactive, is it bad to keep taking medication for it? Or is it okay to still keep taking medication if there aren't any signs of inflammation?
So the problem is that even if the disease, the uveitis or the arthritis is inactive, this means that basically if you stop the medication, you can have more harm in another attack of arthritis or of uveitis comparing to the risk or the harm in taking the medication. Because if you stop your medication because your uveitis is fine, and then you have a quite severe attack, then the attack can cause some complication that can be basically bad for the vision, okay? So sometimes it's better to continue to take the medication to prevent potential attack that can cause a big reduction in vision. After 2 years, we tried to stop because we have some data that basically demonstrated that after 2 years of inactivity, the immune system has been, we can say, modulated enough to see if stopping the medication, we have no recurrence of inflammation. But stopping the medication after just a few months because the uveitis is inactive can basically be more dangerous, because then you can have another attack and you don't know how severe and how basically dangerous will be for the vision of the kid.
Thank you.
So was that question also slightly to do with the stopping trials as well? Because so that there's a trial looking at when to stop drugs. And so as a medical community, we're really bad at that. We're really good in medicine in general at saying, here's a problem, let's find a drug to fix it. And then let's compare that drug against a placebo, so against nothing, and see if it's better than nothing, or see if it's better than the other drug that we use. We're good at that. What we're really bad at is figuring out when to stop drugs. And so there are trials, and some of you may have been approached to take part in an adalimumab stopping trial, which looks at if you've been stable for a year, are you safe to stop the adalimumab? And in that trial, people who've been stable for 1 year get randomized to either placebo or the drug itself, and it looks the same. You don't know whether you're injecting water or the drug. And we monitor you really closely, and we see what happens over that year of the trial. The other thing that particular trial is looking at is that if you stop and flare up and restart, does the adalimumab work as well the second time round, which is Ilaria's point, that actually you are in a good place if you're quiet on your drugs. And when you come off your drugs, you at least want to be, you need your doctors to be able to convince you that the drugs that were working before will work the second time round. And there is some observational data, which is not good data, but it's sort of things that we have noticed over time that suggest that when you stop one of these anti-TNF drugs, so adalimumab or infliximab, potentially when you restart them, they're less effective because your immune system is primed to it. And so all of a sudden your immune system goes, oh, I've seen that before, and mounts a massive sort of anti-inflammatory response against the drug. So that's part of what that trial is trying to figure out.